Good evening, everyone. Let's wake you up, all of you. And first and foremost, thank you, Dr. Anita, and definitely the entire department of biochemistry KU Hospital. So I'm thankful to them and team Modipa sitting there to have me here today for the certificate course in quality practice, quality approach. So it's my privilege to be around here and also to see a few of my team members sitting here. So thank you so much. So it has been a hectic day for all of you, right? Lot of inputs, lot of knowledge sharing which has happened, isn't it? How is it going? What were the topics covered so far? So that we don't remember. But we do remember the answer to the question which I'm going to ask all of you. What is this? Question. Okay, all right. There's already a question sitting there. So are all of you technicians by qualification, DMLT or some other qualifications? How is it? All related to lab, laboratory? Yes. Perfect. So, question to all of you. What is the world's most common reagent? Water. Distilled. Okay, now we are coming around with different terminologies. Distilled. What else? Which water? Deionized water. Okay, before entering the lab, I knew only two types of water, cold and normal water. Now, yes, there are many types of water that we use in the lab. Why are we talking about it? Is it important to talk? Is it? Yes. Why? Why should we be talking about it? Because there were issues which we faced as a lab person. We came across a lot of problems. Trust me, we have a very good lab, very good setup, very good testing. But there were issues which we picked up related to water as a culprit. So which is why I wanted all of you, because today you are sitting here, tomorrow you go back to your places. You should please remember at least 10% of what I shared today. Case study number 1. Okay, so how many of you are from chemistry department or dealing with the biochemical tests, serum samples? Only this much? Rest all? Okay, now suddenly everybody. That's a good sign. So we know the parameter triglyceride? Yes, with the band. We know the parameter triglyceride, right? And phosphorus. In our lab, we did every possible thing. Currently, we had very good fine results going out to the patient, but suddenly what we realized is our triglyceride values and phosphorus started giving issues. That's how we learned our lesson. What did we do? What if you go back and check? Okay, one thing that we will do is we'll go back and check the conductivity. It's a very fancy name to know. What else do we do? कुछ और करते हैं? Conductivity देखने से पहले पैरामीटर का QC देखेंगे, इंस्ट्रूमेंट ठीक चल रहा है कि नहीं. All that full RCA will be done to make sure that there is a reason to why the parameter is going out, right? This happened suddenly. सब ठीक हो रहा था, अचानक से धीरे करके phosphorus triglyceride out हो गया, हमें कुछ समझ में नहीं आया. Everything else was ruled out. This is how we picked it up. Which includes our instrument status is good, QC is fine, agents are fine, environment is fine. There is no change anywhere. We were not able to pick up. What we did is, some intelligent person told us to get the culture of the water. Conductivity was good. pH we did not do because we never knew to do a pH of the water. We did the culture. Do we ever do culture water now? Have we ever seen in your labs? That's a good lab then. So what we grew in the culture is, what is the fancy name? Can anybody speak this? You should know. Yes. Transtonium picketai. Now this is an organism which grew in our microbiology department. Ab ye yaad ho gaya, what do we do about it? What we realized, jab bhi pani mein there is a bacterial growth, which is like 10 CFU. CFU means colony forming unit. You all know as a technician. Whenever it is more than 10, it does affect your triglyceride. Why? Triglyceride reagent sources from Pseudomonas and Dixit. That's how the triglyceride reagent is made. whenever there is a microbial content which is high, क्या होगा? Reagent absorption will get affected. What will happen that due to which the calibration graph will go haywire. High blank absorbance आएगा, fluctuation आएगा because of the microbial growth in the water. Right? So we have a reason. Result fluctuation happened in our case also. Very erratic, very erratic. कभी normal था, कभी high हो जाता था, but it was never coming to normal. What did we do? क्या करेंगे? Decontaminate. कहाँ हो सकता है? Growth कहाँ आएगा? पानी produce हो रहा है. कहाँ पे बनता है पानी? Where are we getting water from? Either two sources. We produce the water in house, or what do? We get cans, white बड़े 20 liter का can. So these are the only two sources of water in a lab. अब जो can आते हैं, आ तो गए हैं, but do we do something about it? That's what you will have to go back and see in your labs. That is the idea. But second, since we were manufacturing our own pre-ionized water, that's what we use in the lab, not distilled water. What is the difference between distilled and deionized? I will take it up later on. Right? What we use in the lab is deionized, which means the water which doesn't have iron. Iron नहीं होना चाहिए पानी में, नहीं तो क्या होगा? Biochemistry department में every report will come wrong. Right? So deionized water का source होता है manufacturing or filtration plant. RODI. This is what we call RO plant and DI what? DI stands for deionized water. So now, what do we do? Office guy, we saw the instruments are working fine, but decontaminate करना बहुत जरूरी है. So it's a very massive task. We need to clean the entire tank. We need to clean everything up. What we realized, हमारी tubing was going under the floor. Machine को पास, which is a big instrument. Tube tank में लगा है, tube अंदर floor के नीचे से जा रही, because ऊपर से जानी नहीं चाहिए. It looks dirty, right? So now who will take care of the tube which is going below the floor? No one. And we don't even bother to check during PM, correct? Think about it. There was dirt accumulated in that. This is how it was. Can you see yellow? So what is this? This is sludge and slime. This is what we saw when we actually pulled out the tube, and our underground piping, which was distributing the water from the tank, actually led to this. This is the real picture which we picked up. So we also found cases which spoke about Ralston Picketai is a very known cause, especially kidney patients में जब हम लोग what do we do dialysis, right? There also it was grown multiple times. So be very careful. Unknown reasons, special predilection to triglyceride and phosphorus. Just get a culture done. Routinely as clinical requirement also, it's good to have. But what NABL says is if you are using type 1, type 2 water, you did not do culture. But again, I think we should think about all this, the underground piping, and also pH. Probably pH, had we done that before, we would have been able to pick it up. So this is one learning. We'll keep this in mind. Okay. Now, I thought, let me pull out some data. So what I realized, it's not Ralstonia. Ralstonia will be able to talk. Ralstonia. Now there are multiple more organisms. Yeah, let's think that. Left side point there I don't have. So whenever there is an organism, there is a reservoir. Reservoir मतलब कहाँ पे मिलता है? तो जब भी पानी रुका रहता है, always keep in mind there has to be some bacterial growth. And this is where we have to think about these kind of microorganisms. This is the reservoir. Reservoir मतलब कहाँ पे मिलेगा? Water bottle जो tracheal suction के लिए use करते हैं. How many of you are from hospital setup? सब private lab में, like बहुत सारे hospital में, especially के लिए में भी use होगा. Tracheal suction करते हैं, उसमें भी एक bottle use होता है. Humidifier में होता है. Humidifier पता है आपको? Oxygen देने के लिए भी use होता है. Hot water taps में होता है. Contaminated equipment में होता है. That's the very common reason. इस सब जगह पानी accumulate होता है. Tubings में होता है. Right? और flow होता है water, which is fine, but it's not always the case because in the night when we are not running the instrument, water is not consumed. That 8 hours of time is good enough for bacteria to grow if you are not maintaining the cleanliness. Right? So water bath that we use there, it can be grown. So there are a lot of places where we can have growth of bacteria. और उसमें infection भी होता है patients को. So there are a lot of things we need to keep in mind when it comes to water contamination. Second case, interesting. सबसे common, seen in every lab, calcium going out. What do we do? Calcium levels are all right, suddenly calcium started coming high. होता है? Have you seen what clicks in your mind? क्या करना चाहिए आपके pathologists, biochemists आके क्या बताते हैं? What do we do? Calculation, super. Disaster. Never. What else? पहले पता करेंगे ना root cause analysis. RCA. हमेशा कुछ भी action से पहले सोचना पड़ेगा. Why is it happening? So what could be the reason? Why? Question mark. Risk assessment बोल रहे थे सर पहले वाले सेशन में. What does that mean? Risk assessment. Any good lab should have a policy of doing risk assessment, which means you keep on asking questions. Every answer should have a question. अभी ये calcium high है. So what all will you do? You go back to your system. IQC is fine, gas is fine, instrument status is fine, reagents are fine, everything else is fine. Technicians are fine because they are trained and competent. Now what? Again, conductivity. So somebody mentioned we check the conductivity. Do we check the conductivity? How many of you in your respective labs check the conductivity of water? Only 1, 2 people. बाकी मालूम नहीं है शायद, है ना? Maybe करते होंगे. The point I am raising now today is you will go back and check whether it's getting checked or not. It's a very small topic, water, but we don't often see it. That's the reason you should go back and check. So conductivity was a problem. Now what happens is reference range narrow hai, calcium. So slight change in conductivity will actually increase or decrease the calcium samples, the values, as and when it affects the reagent. Now again you will calibrate. What will happen if your conductivity is high and you calibrate? Okay, somebody mentioned calibration karenge. Suppose we did. What will happen? You have done calibration in the morning or maybe a week back. After IQC was good in the morning, your values of calcium went out, you saw conductivity is high, perfect, you did calibration. अब क्या होगा? क्या होगा? Calibration करते हैं. ये मतलब graph set होता है calibration का, right? When you do it. Now when you recalibrate with a poor conductivity, high conductivity, graph will reset at a different point. ऊपर का नीचे आ जाएगा. Now when the conductivity improves, why will it improve? Water quality ठीक भी होगा, right? Then what will happen? Are the values coming correct in that case? Water improves, graph is set low, which is incorrect, and you will end up in a very big problem. This happened to us. We have done this before. I don't want all of you to do this. I don't want you all and your lab to do this because never calibrate in the first instance unless you know why we are calibrating. If it reverts back to normalcy, you will never be able to justify why you have given wrong reports. Right? The solution here, again, consumable water plants regularly check. There has to be a monitoring mechanism. Every morning you should check the conductivity. That is a must thing in water. If you don't know, please go back and check. And the circulation has to keep on happening in the water tank. It cannot stagnate. Water has to flow all the time. This is how it is. Calibration data दिख रहा है. And उसके बाद हम recalibrate करेंगे. Then it will change, and which is not good because then when the water corrects, you'll end up giving wrong report. The same thing. So we remember this. Conductivity goes for a toss. What parameter will you think of? Calcium. And calcium goes out. Think about conductivity. Yes, ma'am.
जहाँ पे ड्राई केमिस्ट्री यूज होती है वहाँ पे क्या होता है?
वहाँ पे वाटर यूज नहीं होता, राइट?
वहाँ पे ये एप्लीकेबल नहीं होगा.
वहाँ पे नहीं होगा. But I'll come back to you and tell you why it should be applicable, right? What's your name?
शीला मिश्रा.
All right. So case number 3. So it's a try this, right? Why did I pick up try this, right? Because that's a very commonly done test. Keep that in mind. High volume. Low volume में आप पता भी नहीं कर पाओगे. No correction of even upon calibration. We are very, very inclined towards recalibrating. We did everything. Even after calibration did not work. Now we found a very interesting thing which happened to us. RO DI plant. RO देखा है किसी ने? It's like big 2 cartridges, very big cylinders, and then you have a DI plant which is separate. What does RO do? Reverse osmosis. What is reverse osmosis? कोई बता सकता है? What is reverse osmosis? Water under pressure is actually it goes through semi-permeable membrane and it gets filtered out. That's a simple thing which we can talk about. It's the pressure से water जाता है. Now this is whenever the conductivity or TDS is high. Have you heard about this word TDS? Water का TDS बहुत high है. This is a very common problem happening in Mumbai. TDS is when during rains, total dissolved solids. Which means बहुत सारे solid आ गए हैं. कब आएगा पानी में? Especially जब rains होती है, right? Water is very bad. You get tanker water. That is the biggest culprit. TDS goes up to 800,000. This is what we have faced. And then you can't have a DI water coming out of it with this TDS. So उसको एक help देना पड़ता है by providing a RO plant. RO plant will do what? 1000 TDS though, it will bring it down to 50, 70. Then that water goes to the deionized plant to give you 1 TDS or 0 TDS. This is how we take care of water, and during rains the TDS is very high. But what do? What is resin? Plant, correct. RO plant has resin. Right. Absolutely. The column, the entire cylinder is made up of resin, which is like small balls, and go back and see how your maintenance is done. So the interesting thing what we saw was whenever we changed the resin, which was to us a frequency of every 3 months, we found that the resin change led to high triglyceride. No reason for it, everything was fine, it's only the resin. Maybe it's the plastic component, it's some chemical reaction which happens leading to triglyceride fluctuation, TDS, conductivity, resistivity, everything is all right for water. This is how you want. So it lasted for 1 or 2 days, unless and until your pani flow it never comes back to normal. Now this is what we have faced, and then I found some references also for it where resins contain a chemical coating which actually contaminates the water, which we don't know, and it leads to triglyceride variation. So that was again very interesting. These are all live case scenario with us. We have struggled a lot when it comes to water. So when we recycle the water multiple times, multiple flushes, सुबह से start करते हैं, शाम तक हमारा treatment होता है. This is how we have faced it. So keep this also in mind. This is a cute summary which talks about what contaminant and assays which will be affected by it. Colloids. What is colloid? So these are small particles, solid, but which do not settle in a solution. Colloid solution, when you can see them floating inside. TDS, total dissolved solids, and then we have conductivity. 3 things. Contaminant है, अब कौन सा पैरामीटर में इफेक्ट होगा? कैल्शियम, मैग्नीशियम, बाइकार्बोनेट. थोड़ा ध्यान रखेंगे हम लोग. We'll have to go back and check. Whenever there is a pH change in water, do we measure the pH or not? Do we or do we not? What is pH? What is 7 pH? What do we call it as? Neutral. pH of water change, what will be the assay which will be affected? Alkaline phosphatase. Keep that in mind. It's very common. Alkaline phosphatase, I think, is the first parameter in any routine lab which will go out. Creatinine and urea. Blood bacteria. Again, we spoke about, we'll remember now, triglyceride, phosphorus, uric acid, and enzymes also, OTPT. Normally, bacterial contamination targets enzymes as well. So keep that in mind. So this is a handy list of what goes wrong and what assay will be affected, right? Now, we come back to our topic, which is water. Till now, we never spoke about water. We were all talking about what was going wrong. So it's an unknown level, isn't it? We never think about it and we realize this is the one sitting somewhere and we don't know. This is how I think water is. Ugly looking, isn't it? No? No? All right. So where do we use in clinical laboratories? Water कहाँ कहाँ use होता है? Biochemistry analyzer, abundant. Laundry system, you need a lot of water, your integrated system will take all the water that you produce, amounting to 1500 to 2000 liters per day. Then you also clean your modules, right? Shilpa, right? Sheila. Okay. So this is where maybe you are using a dry chemistry, but you are using water in some form somewhere where you are actually using it for control calibrator or any clotting or any other purpose. So maybe you are still using water substantially. Cleaning of wash modules, then you have washing buffer getting made of DI. So that is where the maximum utility happens apart from your instruments. Microbiology department uses a lot of water, right? Then you have immunoassay, again, molecular biology department uses a lot of water. So go back and check where all do we use the deionized water. It's not only by the instrument, not for chemistry alone, even though I say it's beyond instrument as well, right? Hospital has a long list, which I'm not getting into right now because we are all that person. But yes, in hospital also we have a lot of places where the water is getting utilized. Now this is where I want you to understand two things. This is a beautiful triangle, pyramid, base mechanic. This classifies water in 3 types, right? Pure, type 3 water, then we have pure type 2 water, and the top is type 1. Which one is the purest water? Purest of all. Type 1, right? Base pair, let's start with the yellow one, which is the pure type 3 water. कहाँ से मिलता है हमको pure type 3 water? This is for lab purpose. Pure water कहते हैं. Then it is RO. What RO gives you is type 3 water. It is filtered. Use क्या करेंगे? Do we use autoclaves? आजकल तो NABL also says autoclave and then discard biomedical waste. So water uses, autoclave uses, and environmental chambers, non-critical rinsing, साफ करने के लिए we use type 3 majorly in labs, right? Type 2 water. This is the bigger picture for that, the blue one. What is type 2 water? Yes. So type 2 is the pure water again, as per our language. It is the one which is given by DI plant. RO DI. याद रखना feed water, RO plant, DI plant. जो final आएगा that we use. So what DI plant gives you, deionized plant gives you is type 2 water. It's also distilled. Why do we use type 2 water where on? Titration, pH, okay, microbiology use of it, glassware rinsing, और हमारा chemistry department specially use करेगा जो the water that we use in the lab is normally type 2 water. Can we keep that in mind? उसकी कुछ requirements हैं, which I'll share with you. ये mega ohms में there is a unit which has to be looked into. So 1 to 15 mega ohms is what we know as type 2 water, right? Type 1 water, the purest of water which is possible, is used in HPLC system. HPLC stands for? Everybody is awake. All right. Then molecular biology lab also uses type 1 purest water. Now उसमें chromatography test होता है, cell biology होता है, trace metal. When you talk about trace metal, metal uses the purest one. And so other things. So what is significant to us in a routine lab is type 2 water, right? Blue one, will remember that? What is the desirable mega ohms that we want? What is mega ohm? It's a unit for? Mega ohms is a unit for? Who will tell me? A surprise gift for the person who will tell us. And promise me I will send you that gift to your lab, wherever you are. Not Dr. Yogesh, of course. So answer. Resistivity. दो चीजें आपको याद रखनी ही पड़ेगी. एक कंडक्टिविटी है, एक रेजिस्टिविटी है. What is conductivity? Okay, resistivity होता है दो पॉइंट्स के बीच में कितना रेजिस्टेंस, right? And it is measured by mega ohm. Electricity ohm में measure करते हैं, इसलिए mega ohm is resistivity और conductivity उल्टा होता है. What we want in the lab is low conductivity, resistivity high होना चाहिए, which is why pure water का 1 to 15 mega ohms तक resistivity. याद रखेंगे? मेरी छोटी सी चीज, रेजिस्टिविटी इज इलेक्ट्रिक रेजिस्टेंस. तो पॉइंट को कनेक्ट करोगे, रेजिस्टेंस आएगा, ओम में आएगा, क्योंकि इलेक्ट्रिसिटी ओम में मेजर होती है. और हाई होना चाहिए जैसे पानी का. और लो क्या होगा? कंडक्टिविटी. कंडक्टिविटी हम रोज मेजर करते हैं, लो होना चाहिए. सो दैट इज हाउ द कोरिलेशन है. ओके, सो थोड़ा कॉम्प्लिकेट करने के लिए इसकी क्लासिफिकेशन CLSI में भी दी है. पहले OS CLS था, सेम थिंग. इसके कुछ रिक्वायरमेंट है which I just wanted to share with you. रेजिस्टिविटी 1 मेगा ओम टाइप 2 वाटर का. कोलोइड सिलिका 0.1 mg होना चाहिए. इसको याद करने की जरूरत नहीं है, विल गेट दिस एवरीवेयर. बैक्टीरियल काउंट भी 1000 CFU से कम होना चाहिए. These are the few requirements which we are looking at when we talk about the type 2 water. But basic is resistivity should be high, correct? So that conductivity is low. Now, how do we purify water? अब आ गया हमारा क्वेश्चन. जब सब DI, distilled, RO सब बोल रहे थे, तो there are various ways of purifying the water. One is distillation. What is distillation? What is distillation? Evaporation, absolutely. Liquid evaporate हुआ, condense दिया, it becomes solid. No, it becomes liquid again. So this is distilled water. Impurity side में हो गया. Second is RO. We discussed about it. EDI, DI plant, which we know ion exchange is another technology. Then we have filtration. Filtration से क्या जाएगा? Only the solids, not much. UV, photo, oxidation is another good one. So there are few techniques of purification which you need to keep in mind. Okay, too much information, but what it talks about is particle colloid रहेगा पानी में. Particles क्या होगा उससे? Pump block करेगा, right? It's a very common thing. Just listen to me, don't read. It's too much information. Tubing damage होगा, HPLC का रिजल्ट नहीं आएगा. बैक्टीरिया होगा तो क्या होगा? बैक्टीरिया एंजाइम रिलीज करेगा, right? RNA, TNAs, I don't know how many of you can understand that, but that will affect all your assays which we spoke about. Gas. Gas भी होता है water में as a contaminant. Like nitrogen gas, oxygen gas, CO2 gas and chlorine gas. What will happen? Bubble formation होगा. Bubble होगा तो क्या होगा? Spectrophotometric assay में there will be interference. You do not want bubbles to come, right? Reagent में कभी bubbles होते हैं, देखना क्या हुआ है? This is one of the checklist points. You always check there is an outlier in it, or accuracy, go back and check. Bubbles तो नहीं है. And we have caught that multiple times. Shake करके हम लोग load करते हैं. Guess तो करो कि, right? So do that. Organic contaminants क्या है? So organic and inorganic. Organic means anything which is live. So there are few things which we want to keep in mind. Again. कंटामिनेंट है आयरन. आयरन को कैसे मेजर करेंगे पानी में? लेट्स लुक एट द राइट मोस्ट बॉक्स. डोंट लुक इनटू द कंटेंट. आयरन होगा वाटर में तो क्या होगा? 2 पॉइंट्स के बीच में क्या मेजर करते हैं? रेजिस्टिविटी. आयरन क्या है? सोडियम क्लोराइड, सोडियम Na+, क्लोराइड Cl- आयन से, राइट? 2 पॉइंट के बीच में हमेशा इलेक्ट्रिक करंट होता है. आयन प्लस माइनस, कैथोड एनोड. ऑन दैट कैटायन एनायन, तो रेजिस्टिविटी मेजर होगा, राइट? याद रखें. ऑर्गेनिक होगा तो क्या मेजर करेंगे? अगर हम ऑर्गेनिक कंटेंट दिखता है हमको, टोटल ऑर्गेनिक कार्बन, राइट हैंड साइड में जो पैरामीटर्स हैं, दे आर ऑल मेजरेबल. दैट इज व्हाट यू कैन गो बैक एंड मेजर इन द लैब. दैट्स व्हाई आई हैव पुट इट. पायरोजन, चलो पायरोजन अभी बहुत स्ट्रिक्ट उसमें है. पार्टिकल्स रहेंगे तो यू कैन मेजर पार्टिकल्स ऑल्सो. उसके यूनिट पर ml रहते हैं. कोलॉइड्स है तो सिलिका मेजर करता है. Have you ever seen a report which has come back to you from your labs certifying the water quality, which we are supposed to do once in a year as a part of NABL and CAP also? उसमें ना कभी रिपोर्ट उठा के देखना क्या क्या मेजर, ये सब मेजर होता है उसमें जब आप अपनी लैब टेस्टिंग के लिए भेजते हो. तो कोलॉइड्स में मेजर होते हैं इन द फॉर्म ऑफ सिलिका. देन योर बैक्टीरिया, उसमें बैक्टीरियल कल्चर करके देखते हैं एंड वी टॉक अबाउट द ग्रोथ. So rightmost parameters are the one which we do actually to pick up the problems. Anyway, so this I will now. Once you know your water is good, how do you store it? Have you ever checked the cans that you get? What all do you check in the cans that you get? Conductivity. और कुछ नहीं करता ना. But how many days do you check the conductivity? Every day for how many days? हाँ ओपन करेंगे तो कर लिया उसके बाद नेक्स्ट डे
7 days.
7 days. How do you know 7 days तक ठीक रह रहा है? Has anybody done that? हम लोग क्या करते हैं कैन लेते हैं we check the conductivity day one maybe other maths will do pH and we will put it to use we will not even check next day or after that we never recheck conductivity on a daily basis always keep in mind when you have a can which is 20 liter and you are not able to consume it you every day measure the conductivity and see it will not last for more than 4 to 5 days उसका conductivity बढ़ जाएगा so never assume your conductivity is the same as you have estimated right. So type 2 water is what we are dealing with. उसको short duration के लिए store कर सकते हैं. Short duration every lab has to devise. Ideally 4-5 days से ज़्यादा नहीं चलता है. And फिर specially designed storage reservoir होना चाहिए, which needs to be cleaned periodically. That's it. Type 1 is a ultra pure water. उसके जो बहुत strict conditions हैं, there is a special storage tank जो बना है. And type 3 is non-specific. We know that it's used majorly for autoclave and washing, right? So now this system है water purification का the same thing which we discussed. Stage 1 क्या है? Feed water. What is the feed water? Water which is coming either from BMC or from tank, any source of water. It will go to the filtration plant. ये नीचे दिख रहा है. Tap water है पहले preventive pre-treatment plant. Pack में गया, reverse osmosis हुआ, RO plant जो बोल रहे थे pre-treatment plant. उसके बाद DI होता है उसके बाद वो DI प्लांट में जाता है this is how actually it works inside and UV also plays a role to make the water as pure as what we want right I'm just making you understand the concept detail में we are not touching so much in this case so are you facing random issues with quality when it comes to chemistry amino acid that's what I need to go back and check where you could not find a reason poor calibration stability, frequent calibrations are happening, control goes out of the range, CV is not good. Do we follow CV in the lab? Good. Microbial contamination, lot of other things, and we now know it's affecting what all parameters? Calcium, alkaline phosphatase, kinin, what else? Amylase, enzymes, majorly all the enzymes, magnesium, triglyceride, urea, troponins, peroxidase days. So a lot of parameters will get affected if you don't follow the protocol. Right. So normally this talks about कौन सा parameter affect हो रहा है हमें क्या मिलता है in the report of water which we test. But I think this will be too much right now. Point is we need to daily monitor the water quality. That is true, right? Temperature, pH, resistivity, conductivity, impurity, सब measure करना पड़ेगा. We have to measure it on a daily basis, but we don't do that. Are we able to do it? There are two reasons we don't do it. First of all, we don't know how to. Your conductivity meter only gives you two values. What two values? सबके पास device है वो measure करने का conductivity. What two values does it give? We have not checked. Conductivity and resistivity. Right? It will not give you any other value. So how do you measure this? So I really don't know how to measure this on a daily basis. Then lab needs to have a control on the input water. हमें चाहिए control, but can they control? No. During rains, you'll get the tank water. You can't even check the feed water. Multiple devices use होती हैं, non-standard है. अगर manually also we do, it's very non-standard. So all this is a problem right now with us, but this is something we have to figure out a way to do it. So we started using litmus paper for measuring the pH, which may or may not be recommended, but this is what at least what we have in mind in our hand to do it. Yeah, this is the water testing report from a NABL approved lab. So it measures the pH, it measures the electric conductivity, silica. हमने बात किया था कोलाइड देखने के लिए सिलिका मेजर होगा बैक्टीरियल काउंट भी करके देते हैं and then they also do total solid TDS iron sodium chloride and particulate matter so all these parameters are actually measured by the NABL authorized lab. The point I showed it because till the problem happened I've never checked this personally myself. That is the reason I'm saying unless you pick up anything new which is happening there is no leveling. So go back and pick it up and see what we do on a daily basis. Now you know what is it going to affect. Check the quality of water, check how our water quality is, and then probably you are in a better position to guide your team members. These are the recommendations. The parameters we should be checking in a lab for adequate testing. One is pH, conductivity, resistivity आपको दे देंगे. The conductivity will give you, temperature we don't. But this is as per the recommendation. TDS will be given to you by your RO plant. Go back and check, it's there displayed on the screen. So you'll get some information somewhere. Turbidity, what is turbidity? Turbidity is any haziness in the water. So that's at least we can check. Salinity. NaCl. Then dissolved oxygen is one thing which we may not be able to do it, but then it leads to issues like bubbles and all. Then we have other parameters which are done by automated system. And then we have total solid TSN. This is another one parameter which we can measure. But point is, take home is not about knowing it completely, but to know that work with the supplier who is supplying to the purification system. Go back and at least ask कैसे चल रहा है. Work closely with the maintenance team, the one who maintains the water plant. Tubing check करना जरूरी है because slime is what we saw. Understand what type of water system do you have, supply system. Is it can or is it continuous water? Then also have a mechanism of daily, weekly, monthly and yearly monitoring of water. Culture frequency decide कर सकते हैं depending on how often we have it. And हो सके तो automated system there are available now which can be used. Right? So this is a small brief on a small problem but leads to very major effect on the patients. Right? Even if you remember 10%, I'll be very, very thankful for to go back and implement in the labs. All right. I'm not going to say thank you, but let's go back and initiate this in our lab. All right.